All right, Algebra 1, starting on 2B.2, day 1, we are working with point slope form. In point slope form, you need a point, so x1, y1, and you need a slope, so m is still slope. And usually they'll give us this point, and then they either give us the slope or we can find it pretty easily using the slope formula. So our first example, they give us the slope of -1/2, and they tell us that the line passes through the point -2, 4. So we are simply just going to plug in our slope for the m, and this would be our x1, and this is our y1. So we're going to plug in the x1 right here. Notice it's x minus x1, and then we're going to plug in the y1 right here, so y minus y1. So y minus y1 is 4 equals -1/2 times x minus -2 turns into x plus 2. So if that's a -2, we're going to flip the sign here because we have a negative. And in our last example, they're going to give us a graph with a point on it, and we need to find another point so that we can find the slope. So our first point is 1, -1 right here, and we're going to use that in our equation. So we highlight it in green. And then our y-intercept, I think it's easy to find the y-intercept right down here at -4. You can either count on the line or on the graph to find your slope. So up 1, 2, 3 over 1. Well, 3 divided by 1 or 3 over 1 is 3. Or we can use the slope formula. So if we're to use the slope formula, again, just use the y-intercept. That's the point 0, -4. We're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So -4 minus -1, and then 0 minus 1. So we have -3 divided by -1 is +3. You get the same answer either way. Let's plug that in. So y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Y minus -1 turns into +1 equals 3 times x minus x1 or x minus 1.